You've probably heard that the world of artificial intelligence was recently shaken. Groundbreaking changes. With the launch of DeepSeek, there was a $1 trillion change in the New York Stock Exchange for big tech giants in that week alone. But the real question is, what can we learn from this for our business, or for that matter, any business in any industry? Stick with me to the end of this video because I'm going to share 4 key lessons what we can learn about DeepSeek and apply that to any business in any industry. Hi, my name is Jason Ellinger. I'm the CEO of Taika Translations. I make videos on business, finance, and entrepreneurship. And if you like and subscribe, you'll have access to more of that content. So what is DeepSeek? DeepSeek is an AI chatbot developed in China as a direct competitor to ChatGPT. What struck the market is that it was able to be built and trained for $6 million, as opposed to the billions sent to develop and launch ChatGPT. Besides the low cost, though, there are several controversies around DeepSeek, especially in the area of national security and illegal data collection. With hundreds of billions of dollars recently invested in the United States in the area of AI, DeepSeek caused a stir in the market because in theory, it provided the same powerful tools for a fraction of the cost. And who wants to overspend? Even Donald Trump talked about the threat of DeepSeek and urged US companies to respond. But what does this teach every entrepreneur in every industry? The first lesson is, don't fear competition. There is always room for innovation. Many people hesitate to launch a business. They look into a marketplace and say it's oversaturated, and they don't start their business or launch their product or get into an industry because of fear of competition. And that's one thing that you cannot fear, because if there is one thing that is for sure that there will be, is that if it is a good industry that you should be operating in, then there is going to be competition. Now, if you're an Elon Musk and you're creating a Tesla, you think, well, Tesla has no competitors, but it does. It has massive competitors. There are EV competitors that popped up all over the place as soon as the electric vehicle became a huge product and a money-making machine. So innovation is a part of every industry, and if you let that stop you, you'll never go anywhere. Every market in some areas of the country is oversaturated, and you're going to have to deal with that as an entrepreneur or a business owner. And if you can't deal with that, then you don't belong in business, because sooner or later you're going to deal with this. The point is, measure the pros and cons of the industry, measure your strengths, find out where you can connect better with an audience within your industry, better than anyone else, and serve them well. And when you get the opportunity, super serve them. And if you super serve them, over time, one by one, you'll build your portfolio of clients, and that little nut that you planted in the ground will turn into a great oak tree over time and a highly productive. The second thing that we can learn is that you always must be optimizing your process. We have a saying in my company: if somebody says, we do that because we always have done it that way, it's immediate cause for somebody saying, kill the sacred cow. Killing the sacred cow means we've just always done it that way, so that's why we do it. If we say that, we immediately need to investigate what's going on in that area to ensure that we're doing it for a good reason, or that there needs to be some improvement. Because if we did it that way 6 years ago, it's probably not that relevant for today. Something needs to be changed. I read a book by Daniel Lapin that said, if you're operating the exact same way, doing the exact same job, the exact same way, 18 months from today, something is wrong with your organization. And as I've developed our company over the past 10 plus years, that has rung true each year. Every single year, in every single section of our organization, something is different, operates more efficiently and better. And that is a part of the continual growth process of business. So we shouldn't fear, and we should optimize our processes constantly. When you're launching a new business or product into the marketplace, you got to get into the market, start getting yourself out there so people see you and know what you offer, and then they give you feedback. Once you get that feedback, you get to go back to the drawing board, find out where your weak spots are, bring it back to them and say, hey, how about this version? And they say, yeah, this is great. We'll buy that, that, and that, but that actually sucks. So then you go back to the drawing board and do it again. And the more times you get through that revolution, the more likely you are to get an excellent product that trumps other people's products, because you're going through that process of refining what you do, and how you deliver it to your clients. And as you do that more and more and more, your business grows bigger and bigger and bigger because you're serving more and more people better. And you should grow if you do that. On the contrary, you should shrink if you're not doing that. If you're staying the same, doing the same thing the same way, and serving the same process and serving the same clients kind of mundanely, you should shrink. Another competitor should come in and wipe you out, or make it harder for you to exist, or force you to have to start to innovate so that you can improve and become one of those better companies serving the market really, really well. That's why competition in the market is not to be feared, and it actually helps us get better. The third thing that you should heavily consider is data security, information, and the protection of that information. The US government is currently investigating DeepSeek and how it processes the information, what information it collects, and who has access to be able to see and use that information. Before adopting any new technology, you've got to know this information. If you unintentionally violate a contractual agreement because you processed information that became available where it should not have become available, you're still to blame. It's still your fault, and you still bear that responsibility. That's why when the government personnel came out and they in the cybersecurity briefing and they said, guys, DeepSeek is out, don't use it. If you're going to use it on our content, if you're going to use it to process anything in this area, we're going to cancel your contract. And you have to know that, because before that briefing, our company, we didn't even know. We just thought, okay, there's a really cool tool. It's a competitor in the marketplace. We need to take a look at this. How do we use it? How do we implement it? If we need to implement it, are there any dangers around it? And we started to analyze. And then we go to the security briefings and start to hear about what the market is saying about it. And we say, okay, we need to push pause. We need to take stock. We need to measure a little more. We need to get more information, find out if this is something that we can actually use, or if it's something that's dangerous and violates some of the contractual obligations that we have. And this is true for your client databases, your customer list of any kind, your business strategies, and valuable business assets. Protect them. And in a day and age when information gets spread faster than ever before, it's your job as a business owner to do just that and to stay vigilant in this area. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is the market is dynamic, and it will always be dynamic. I heard an old timer tell me one time, there are a few things that stay the same in life. Everything else, you're just gonna have to deal with it. He said, change will never stop. You will always have to pay taxes, and death will come. Those are the three constants in all of life. And so the marketplace is dynamic. It's ever changing. As much as we don't want it to change, as much as we would love it just to stay the same, I made the system, it's perfect, it's operating beautifully, it's profitable, and I just want it to operate like that forever. It's not going to. And you've got to accept that fact as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. It's not going to stay that way. You're going to have to do the same product maybe, or a variation of it, a different way. And you're going to have to continually think about that and grow your business. That's one of the things that makes me laugh about people that get into business. They're like, I want to create passive income. I just want to be able to launch something and not have to do anything. That was like so many of these Amazon private label product launchers in the marketplace. I just want to be able to order the same exact product, bring it to the United States, and sell it again and again and again forever and not have to do anything. Well, you find out very soon after you do that, after you've done that for about a year, the environment has changed. There are more competitors on that same space because they saw your success, and now they're trying to copy that using all your same information, sometimes even your same pictures, copying those and launching more products into the marketplace and making it harder and harder for you to get to the top of the view list and the purchase box, because now there's more competitors in the marketplace. It is dynamic. It will always be dynamic, and competition in the marketplace will always be there, changing the horizon for how we operate. And that's why a business owner and an entrepreneur is needed. That's why we have to stay vigilant. And that's why the trend that was yesterday might be irrelevant today or tomorrow. DeepSeek is a perfect example of how things can shift in a moment. Donald Trump just announced a $500 billion approval investment within the continental United States in the area of AI. And the next day comes out DeepSeek with their new and improved $6 million program that collects all your data and makes it all available to the Chinese government. Well, we didn't see that coming, but okay, it's cheap, right? No, it's not cheap. When something very valuable is super cheap, you need to find out what the catch is. No matter what your industry is, you have to stay in this mindset that in 12 months from today, it will be different. The environment will be different. The way we will do things will be different. We may have to work harder in marketing. We may have to do a better product. We may have to do a different product altogether. We may have to launch a complete new site, new line of thinking. We might have to learn to think differently because the market demands a different version of ourselves, a better version. And that's why when Donald Trump called on US companies to respond to the DeepSeek launch, saying, guys, look, this is a good thing. This is a really powerful thing. Respond. How are we going to counter this? And as the United States economy always has, it has countered excellence with even greater excellence, and it continues on, up, and on we go. So as a reminder to the entrepreneur out there, the market is in constant flux. It's gonna change. The only thing that's certain is death, taxes, and change. And those people who are able to adapt, stay flexible and agile, and deal with the new environment, they're going to win and continue winning. DeepSeek can either be seen as an opportunity. DeepSeek can be seen as a threat. When ChatGPT came out, it was no different. It was a market disruptor, and we had to deal with the change. Now it's out. It's been out for a long time. We've been using it, implementing its strength wherever possible, and there are many more opportunities in the future where it's going to be integrated into our work. But it's going to change the environment, and you and I have to be ready to accept that and implement those changes in our business. So if you're not willing to change, if you hate change and you decide that you cannot deal with it, then you need to not be in business. Because if you're going to be in business for a long period of time, you're going to have to deal with the environment of change. Like it or not, it's part of our life. It's part of the business owner's life. A new product, new service, new way of fulfilling the product, more efficiency, better technology, different skills that we have to learn as team members. All of these things are part of the necessary development of a prospering company. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried DeepSeek? Do you think it can surpass ChatGPT? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content, if it was helpful to you in any way, please like and subscribe and hit that notification button so that in the future you can be notified for technology, business, and entrepreneurship strategies that I'm going to continue to be releasing into the marketplace, helping us to grow and grow together.